Pedro's Garage with your hosts, Pete and J-Bone.
What up?
All right, wow. This is it's a whole new world here, man. Like, here we are in our
Apartment.
which used to be our studio. We have all our Marshall stacks and drum sets and all types of shit here. Is now our studio apartment, if we say.
Where we come and hang out, drink beer, play
And-
music every now and then.
And now we have a podcast show we're starting.
Yeah, COVID fucked up the music.
Yep, we can't go out and perform and play and do what we used to do, at least for right now. So just to give you guys a little idea here, J-Bone and I, we're still musicians. We come from almost the same background, little things, being in a heavy metal band, thrash band, whatever you want to say. That's our claim to fame.
Our forte.
Yeah, so like we said, since COVID happened, we were putting the band together again and trying to get things going, and COVID hit and it's really paused everything. So now, I don't know, we just sat around, smoked and joked for a couple months and said, hey, let's put a show together. And
Yeah.
here it is. Real quick, as being musicians, it's odd for me because being on stage or playing in front of hundreds of people,
Such
and
a
now,
different feeling.
yeah, now you're here behind a microphone with all these gadgets and stuff, and we know there's an audience out there listening, maybe, but we don't see them, so it's a little frightening, a little bit.
Kind of like your first show and you close your eyes and you play.
Yeah, or you just have a very bad stomach ache. The first time I hit the national stage, like the big stage, not the local venue, I don't think I was breathing. But yeah, so we converted our studio into a little podcast. J-Bone, since a lot of people are getting to know us, and I'm sure some of you out there, if you're musicians, you started a band or you're in a band, you've had some interesting characters in your band come through. I don't even know how many lineup changes I had. I don't know, like 8. John was in the band twice or 3 times.
Once, twice, 3 times a lady.
But there's always those interesting characters that come into your band. Like, I had one guy, he played bass, I think this is before you, and he wouldn't look at the crowd. He would just look at the amps. I'm like, dude, you got to look at the fucking crowd, man. Like, we're on stage, like, no, man, this is how we do it in punk. I'm like, I've seen a million punk bands, and I've never seen anybody look at the fucking amp when they're playing. Especially at a punk show, you're jumping in the crowd. You're trying to get everybody crazy.
Everybody's fucking jumping.
Yeah, but there's always been those interesting people, and if you can tap into the show and want to leave us a recording, we'd like to hear about some of your interesting characters that have come through your band.
Come on to the show.
Now, dude, I'll tell you guys this. I think the most interesting fellow, and I'm saying fellow, not because I'm old or anything, but he was an interesting fellow. I don't know if you introduced me to this guy. He was a guitar player. We were holding guitar auditions. This dude came in with a mushroom top haircut. And I'm thinking, oh, wow. And he looked like Bart Simpson. Dude, he looked like Bart Simpson, okay?
It was not me.
And he was the nicest guy. But I'm looking at him the whole time playing the guitar, and I couldn't play because I was looking at him like, this guy looks like a mushroom. He's just with glasses on. And I remember the drummer is doing the same thing. He's playing, and I'm just like, I'm mesmerized here by this guy. And I noticed he had a mushroom tattoo on his arm.
No.
And then it just hit me, wait, he's got a mushroom sticker on his guitar. He's like, hey, man, you going to play? I said, I got to ask you a question. What's with the mushroom tattoo? He goes, dude, I love mushrooms. I'm like, yeah, I love it when it's sunny outside, but like, what's up with the mushroom? He's like, no, dude, I love mushrooms. It's like my grandmother makes mushrooms. I make mushrooms. I'm like, you look like a mushroom. He goes, yeah, dude, I did it on purpose. I was like, you know what? You're in the fucking band. Just because you look... I had to have this guy in the band, but obviously he didn't make it.
But you're honest.
Yeah, he got cut as soon as... I think we had to drive him home. But he was a real nice person, but I'm like, no, we can't have mushrooms in the band. I don't know if I was singing in the band yet or not. I might have been. I don't know. But I'm sure you got some war stories, J-Bone.
Oh man,
Who was one of your interesting characters?
So, maybe about 2-3 months trying to find a drummer. Every weekend, someone would be like, "Oh yeah, we can play drums. We want to audition. We want to do this."
Show that.
And then you set at studio, no show. Oh, I couldn't get it right. I had to do this. I had to do that. You got guys come in. It's like, did you start playing today?
Yeah.
What? And then and then we had this one dude send an email saying, "Oh, I've been playing metal for 10 years, double bass, double this, double that." And I'm like, "All right, well, come on in. Here are the songs. There you go." Comes in and starts playing like classic rock beats.
Oh,
And we're like,
those
"Dude,
guys.
we're playing metal."
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh yeah, but I really can't move anymore." And the guitar player goes, "Well, what do you mean you can't move anymore?" He goes, "Yeah, I got steel plates in both of my wrists."
The fuck, you got the Bionic Man in your
Oh,
band?
dude, like the way he would play drums is like a fucking what do you go
What is he, the
like one of those puppet things with the goddamn.
Oh, he's a puppeteer. Like he was
yeah.
like the puppet.
So his hands would go like this. Oh,
The monkey with the fucking
Yeah.
the cymbals. Ching 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 ching.
yeah. And me and guitar player looked at each other and was like, "What the fuck?
Another one bites
What
the
the
dust.
fuck?" I was like, "Dude, why waste the time?
Yeah.
Did you even listen to the song? What kind of rock and roll beat is that behind the fucking?"
Like, dude, you're not even making a beat. Like, there's no tribe in this world that even knows what the fuck you're playing on.
No, man, no, it was bad. And after that, it just
How
it
about
went on.
oh, did I have I don't know if I had a crazy drummer, like a weird. No. Drummer was okay. I think I've been all right. Drummers are fucking weird though. They're just this weird thing in the band. Like they just show up when they want to. You hear us drummers, you know
Yeah.
it's true. You fuckers just
Drummers and
they can't
singers.
do shit till I get there.
Yeah,
We love you, but you're fucking dicks.
you know, you're like the fucking locomotive of this band.
Yeah.
You give the thunder and pounding, and I'm waiting 45 minutes till you can come in to go blow my nut.
Exactly. Like, dude, thanks, man. Or they come in, dude, I'll be there. They get there, and they're like, yo, I gotta be home in an hour. Like, dude, you're fucking late, and now you're gonna get behind the drums, play one song, and say you gotta get home because you're late. But I'll tell you, another interesting fellow was before I was the singer and guitar player in the band, we had this dude who was a good friend of mine at the time, was close, whatever, and I really wanted him in the band. I said, dude, you got the voice, let's do this. And he was doing it. You know, things were rocking and rolling and stuff. And so one night we did a show, or one of the nights, and I'm like, is he saying the lyrics? And the bass player at the time, this young kid, he walks over, he's like, yo, man, that dude's not singing the lyrics to your song. I'm like, nah, yes, he is. He's like, nah, dude, I don't remember that. I was like, really? I said, you know what? Now we do another show. And I hear it, and I'm listening. And I said, wait a second. He threw like an F-bomb, and he called the girl a C-word. And I'm like, that's not in the song. And I said, yo, dude, when we go to band rehearsal this week, let's go over the songs. And he winds up singing something that's like completely not even part of the song. And he's like, I am singing it. I said, dude, you can't be singing it. I'm the one that wrote the lyrics. I know the song. And you're nowhere near the song except the chorus, you know? But that dude was a very interesting fellow. And through time, you know, we had our on and off as friends and stuff like that. And I remember like he was supposed to get a PA system. He didn't end up getting it. So he like ditched. He went into hiding for 6 months, you know, and then he was in the band and stuff like that. But I think he was in your band too, right?
Unfortunately.
I think he quit our band, or we kicked him out, and then he went down the hall to you and joined your band. And I think he was in your band for like 10 fucking years or something.
Yeah. So
That dude's a character.
So lucky for Pete over here, he gave me his trash.
That's what you do.
Oh my god, yeah, pretty much hair.
You recycle.
Oh, you need a singer? Here you go, buddy. Here you go, hair.
I know, dude.
Yeah, hey, he's fucking awesome. Here you go. Yeah. So
No, tell him that story. Tell him the story you told me.
how he fucked us?
Oh, that's the best.
So anyway,
Listen up, everybody. You had this guy in your band. If not this particular guy, there was a guy in your band.
who just reminds you of this
That's going to
guy?
remind you of this
Yeah.
guy. And go for it. Tell him the story.
After some time playing with Pete, I started another band up. Unfortunately, I had to leave your band due
Yes.
to
You had to go to war.
yeah. Well, yeah. Some of us had to go play heroes. But some
John
of
is a veteran. Everybody, give it up.
Pete's the rock star. I'm the veteran. This is our
This is
my tiny the one man clap. Thank you. But yeah, so I left. When I came back home, I was like, "Fuck, I want to play again, Pete." He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, we got the band going." I'm like, "Well, I go fuck you then." I go find my own band. So I get lucky enough to find people, and we get a band together. Then we try to find a singer. Fucking Pete's like, "Oh, or hit this guy up." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "He was in my band before you came." All right. He comes in, brings his fucking A game, and that's
Okay.
it. This is the man right here.
This is the man.
This is the man. So,
Dude, I think he was in your band for like 10 years.
dude, between the two bands, what? I would say 6, 7,
It seemed like a fucking decade.
2000. Yeah. Seems like it. So anyway, after all these years, you become like a family.
Yeah.
But he always had an excuse for everything. Yo, can you pay rent money? Oh, no, I got fired today.
There's always that guy.
Oh,
Two
no,
or
no,
three.
I had to pay this bill. I'll reimburse you next month. And the stories kept going and going and going. Eventually, one day, we decided to get, every band gets their fucking T-shirt printed.
Yeah, dude. the T-shirts, man.
That's like your yes, we're a band
Yeah,
moment.
you're fucking solid when you got the
The
band
minute you got your
T-shirts.
T-shirt printed,
Hell
you feel
yeah.
like the man. You're like, yeah, here, take it. I want to watch you wearing
We're
it.
fucking going places.
Yeah.
I know, man.
You got it going.
I miss it.
So anyway, we'll refer to him from here on out as the King of Hobo.
Gentlemen, the King.
If you want to know why we call him the King of Hoboken, that's at a later date or time.
Yes.
So the King of Hoboken's like, oh, I'm buddy with this guy at the office, and he'll give me a great deal on T-shirts. So we're like, all right, go down and see what we could do for 20 T-shirts, 20 sweaters, 20 beanies.
Yeah.
Goes back, he's like, oh, awesome price. Say you get everything done for $600. We're like, fuck, that's 60 items printed for $600.
Yeah. it's not
T-shirt, sweatshirt, and beanies, 60 items, 20 of each. Fucking
Yeah.
A. Order it. Places the order. 2 weeks later, he's like, yo, I got everything. So we fucking drive down to Hoboken, pick him up, bring him back to the studio because this motherfucker doesn't drive.
bad. Yeah.
The King of Hoboken.
Doesn't drive.
Doesn't drive.
Doesn't even take a horse and buggy to practice.
Yeah. Royalty. Somebody comes to pick him up. So,
Oh, shit.
so he gets his own personal driver to come pick him up. Bring him to the studio, and we're looking at all the teas. We're like, yeah, they're fucking dope. Yeah. He's like, yeah, give me the money. I got to go pay him. So we all give him the money. And then, I don't know.
It was like weeks later, you said? Or?
I want to say maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month after we got the,
The merchandise?
yeah, I get an email. Hey, can you pay us? I email back, what are you talking about? We gave
The King.
the money he paid you.
He told us, he said it.
So I don't hear from him. Like 2 days later, I get another email back. He's like, no, at the studio. I'm like, yo, why am I getting an email from the guys down at the office? And the King of Hoboken's like, what are you talking about? I paid him. Maybe he forgot. I'll stop there tomorrow and talk to him. Another 2 weeks come by. No, we haven't got paid. He just told me that he stopped by. You guys were paid and everything was taken care of. He responds back. He's like, no, he came, picked everything up, and that's the last time we seen him. I'm like, whoa. You gave him all the gear, and
Yeah, like how did he walk out of the store without paying him?
And he didn't give you the money. He goes,
Yeah, he got fucking heisted.
so
dude.
he I think he said something like, no, they won't give me the money till they see the shirts because they put all this trust in me. Somehow he's at the studio with fucking 3 boxes of fucking T-shirts, sweatshirts, and beanies. And dude, emails must have went back
So how much he owed this guy $600.
$600, and I'm like, yo, we gave him the money. I don't know what to tell you.
Not for nothing, but that's pretty rock and roll. It's fucked up, but it's pretty rock
But
and roll.
I'm like, hold on. You gave this guy the T-shirts without him giving you money. You go find him. All I did was send you the file.
yeah.
This is what we need printed. This has nothing to do with me.
How would you give something away to somebody that owes you? I guess if you owe me $10, you give it to me
Yeah.
next week. $600? No, homie. You need to have that shit like in my hands.
And this went
On
on
debt.
for
Debit.
dude. I swear to God, man. He kept telling the story that he gave it to him, got paid for like 3 or 4 months.
Dude.
And this guy just kept emailing me to the point where I just blocked him. I'm like, listen, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not giving you the money.
Yeah.
You did not give me T-shirts. Not to be a dick, but call the cops on the King of Hoboken.
Look for the King of Hoboken. He'll be walking down the street sometime soon.
Well, why don't you tell him how he took you out drinking on his expense, or your expense, I should say.
Oh, that was many times. But I have to say, like, we did swap some of our drinking expenses and stuff like that. But I tell you, a real shitty thing you could do to a fellow musician, the shittiest thing you can do to a friend and a fellow musician is to steal his fucking equipment, especially when you lent it to them in good faith. Like, dude, you mind if I borrow your guitar? Yeah, man, go right ahead. I'm not doing nothing. Boom. And then you take it, you hock it, and you use it for a plane ticket or whatever the fuck you did with it. That is got to be one of the biggest betrayals. You're better off, like, fucking your chick. You can sort of get over that.
Yeah.
But my guitar, my equipment I worked for. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't work for my girlfriend, but you know what I mean? Like,
You
there's
asked me to use my baby,
Yeah,
and
dude.
then you take it.
Yeah.
And
Like,
fuck you, I'm leaving the state with your money.
yeah. Fucking son of a bitch. So, cheers to the King of Hoboken.
Cheers, buddy.
Courtesy of Modelo's and Coors Light.
Unfortunately, Pedro only stocks up on the cheap shit.
No.
The best bang for your buck.
Dude,
Good thing we don't have natty ice.
we'll have Modelo's stacked up in here. We'll have some tequila. We'll have it all set up. But anyway, so here we are. Broken musicians. No, we're not broken. We're just everything's on standby right now.
Yeah.
So actually, we were actually in the middle of working on some new music, but unfortunately, like we said, COVID happened, and then you know what? The idea of doing a podcast show
Sounded more
pretty
appealing.
interesting. But in due time, we'll get back to writing and recording and stuff, and hopefully things jump off.
As a matter of fact, if you play drums, hit us
Yeah,
up.
we're looking for a drummer.
Yeah.
But please, don't be upset that we said you guys are fucking weird. You are weird. Own it. Accept it. We get it. Just all we ask is just show up. Just show up. Show up to.
You don't even have to pay
practice.
rent. Just show up once
show
or twice
up.
a week. That's it.
It's-
Oh, well.
I had this awesome alcoholic drummer. He was fucking great. I think he was more entertaining than anything. He was a really good drummer, but he would just get so fucking blasted. Like, we're drinking like 2 beers. He's already like through a case,
Damn.
you know? And I was just like, and then he wanted to play a show with us. I don't even know what fucking, I think we were opening up for, I don't remember, Overkill or somebody. No, it wasn't Overkill. I forgot. But we were playing for a major band, opening up for Main Act, and he wanted to play the show. And I'm like, dude, you can't even get through the first song. So unfortunately, I had to, we had to get rid of him and stuff. But there's always interesting characters in bands, and it's hard. It's hard to put a band together. I'm sure everybody knows. You're dealing with multiple personalities, but then sometimes you get that
click. Yeah.
And even though it's fragile,
There's a click.
teetering.
There's a click.
There's a click. So we got to ride this out. We wrote it out. I think we wrote it out for 10 or more, 12 years. I don't even fucking count. But we wrote it out up until 2016 or 17. I think 17 was it. So, yeah, 17 was like it. That was the last
It's
time we
like,
put it
dude,
out.
just play some drums.
Drums. Just show up to practice. That's it. That goes for anybody. Bass player, guitar player, singer. Listen, you want to get your band off the ground, just show up to fucking practice.
That's it.
And there's always the one guy who's always paying the most for rent and all that. So do yourself a favor. If you don't have the rent money or whatever, at least show up to fucking practice. All right? Shit, man. And then you get these bands that show up, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm going to be a dick here because it used to frustrate the fuck out of me. You get these bands that go up on stage and they have like 10 million fucking things going on, and all you're playing is guitar and bass. Like, dude, plug it in and play. The venue's only giving you 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
You've already eaten up your time. Like, we had it mastered, like the military. We had everything set up. Get it on, turn it up, we're out.
Dude.
You guys are up.
Secret, what nobody understands. The secret's getting the drums in first. Get that shit in.
Yeah, get the drums in.
Get the
set it
drums
up.
in, let the drummer do his thing, set the fuck up, and everybody else is done in 5 minutes.
Yeah, man.
So many fucking pieces.
Yep, it's hard to get a band going, but it's even worse like when you're starting to get shows and you're getting 30 minutes and now you're spending half that putting gear together.
Equipment up, yeah.
I'll tell you this, keep it simple until you make it, or at least halfway make it.
Do you know what? Music life of a struggling musician better?
Show up to practice.
Yeah.
Just show up.
Not only that, but like, if venues had decent equipment.
I don't like venues equipment.
But here's the thing, though. You're playing. You're not really hearing what's on stage. You're hearing what's coming out the speakers.
Yeah, the mix, yeah.
That's
I worked my ass off for this Marshall stack or drum set or whatever. I want to show it off.
And I got a 1,000-watt fucking amp that I'm maybe playing 50 watts on stage with.
Yeah.
I don't get the boner. No.
But I don't know. I don't know. I disagree. We played L'Amour's, dude, and the fucking drum set fell apart on the first song.
Well, that's fucking dickheads.
I was like, for real, dude?
I guarantee.
First...
Yeah, but that's dickhead's fault for not setting it up.
No, that was the house kit.
Yeah, but he probably went there. It was already set up. Oh, yeah, I could play on it. Didn't tighten nothing. Didn't make sure everything.
Because the other band just played on it.
Yeah, well, dude.
So you're expecting it to be...
Okay.
It's tight. All the shit's done.
Somebody gives you a fucking job to do, hands you a tool. You're not going to check to see if the tool is the right tool for the job.
Of course.
Exactly. Same thing with your drummer. You come on stage, you make sure the fucking shit is tightened. Dude was just banging away on it for the past 45 minutes.
That shit was horrendous. Fucking drum set falls apart. I'm on stage. I'm singing. I'm in the middle of the song. And I feel something hit my ankle. And I'm like, what could be hitting my ankle? I'm looking over. The bass player's to my right. The lead guitar player's to my left. The drummer's back there. I hear him playing. I turn around. The fucking toms are all... the toms.
Like fucking Cheech and Chong when Chong
falls.
falls.
Yeah, I gotta give it to him. He was trying to hold on, man. He was trying to keep the song going. I was like, hold up.
Hold on. Was he
This
playing?
was at L'Amour's, man.
Did he try to play the air toms?
Dude, I don't give a shit. He was still performing, and that's all that mattered. That he, you know what? That was cool. We kept rocking and rolling. We kept it going. So eventually, we had to stop and then
Put the drum
set back together. This was at L'Amour's, Brooklyn. Unfortunately, that would have been totally awesome. But this was L'Amour's, Staten Island.
No, not the Big Bang Show.
No, not the shit where everybody, Megadeth.
No.
White Lion played there.
I don't even know who the
Overkill.
fuck White Lion is.
You don't know who White Lion is?
No, that's how old you are.
Wait. I never had a chance. What? White Lion was fucking badass,
I know
dude.
White Snake.
Yeah, everybody knows White Snake.
I don't know White Lion. Sorry, bro.
What?
Sorry.
You guys hear this? Ladies?
Sorry.
All right.
Ladies. What
Ladies, gentlemen.
hold on.
of all ages.
Ladies. J-Bone does not know White Lion.
White Lion.
Do not
Okay.
entertain him.
We're going to have to play some White Lion for you.
Oh,
a little bit.